Now, I remember as a child going to the planetarium in Armagh, and you climbed up into these big, thick, padded seats, and the seats reclined a wee bit, and the next thing, the dome roof opened up to reveal this sky full of stars. And as that music played, you thought you really were on a journey to the future. It is, of course, Oxygen 4 from the French electronic music guru Jean-Michel Jarre, taken from the 15 million selling album Oxygen, which was released way back in 1976. Jean-Michel Jarre's coming to play in Dublin in October, and when I spoke to him this week, I put it to him that at one stage his was the sound of the future.
You know, it's very interesting to see that how much this, electronic music has been linked with space and outer space and future. And actually, it's very interesting what we are talking about this today, because my tour called 2010 is actually a tribute to Arthur C. Clarke, this famous British sci-fi writer. And why that is because I think that this at that time these writers and this they gave us the kind of image and positive image and dream about the future. What you were saying about you as a child in at the planetarium, we had positive and dynamic and surrealistic and dreams about the future. Our imagination were really towards the future. What could happen after year 2000? Nothing will be the same, and so on and so forth. And today, year 2000 is behind us, 2001 is behind us, and it's a little bit like if we on the way have lost a kind of vision, as simply as that, to the future for tomorrow. And we are full of anxiety today, full of guilt about the planet, and are we going to select our garbage in the right way so we could survive? And I think it's time to restore a positive and poetic image to the future. And this show is and this tour and this series of concerts is a contribution to that kind of idea.
I always imagined as a child that if I ever got to a Jean-Michel Jarre concert, that I would be wide-eyed, I would gasp. And then I've seen concerts, I've seen DVDs of concerts. I've never actually been to a concert until I'm going to the one in Dublin. But I wonder now as a 40-year-old, when I go to the concert, will I still gasp? I mean, I still remember the first time you played the laser harp, and watching you with the gloves on, playing this harp with no strings, just lasers. I mean, that was such an incredible experience to watch. I'm still really thrilled playing the laser harp that I'm going to play in Dublin, because actually it's a dream for me for a long time to be able to play and introduce my work in Ireland. When I started electronic music, I thought about how to perform electronic music, and frankly, staying 2 hours behind a laptop is not the most sexy thing in the world. And then I started to think how to visualize and to perform electronic music with the idea that nowadays we are listening to music all over the place, and if we are making the effort to go to a venue to pay a ticket, it's because we have somehow a visual expectation of the artist or the music. These days, I mean, this idea of I had for quite a while to put this magic of the outdoor concert into a kind more controlled space to share. And I would say why I'm so excited also to play Dublin, to play Ireland, is because in the country of live music, where you play live music in every pub and everywhere, and there is a real tradition of live music, it seems that we have lost a little bit this idea of being live on stage with so many acts, with pre-recorded, mixed music with a lot of computers on stage. I mean, this world too is really based on a musical point of view, on the fact that everything is live. There is no computer on stage, and we are four on stage, surrounded by almost 70 instruments. Part of them are part of the legend, of the mythology of electronic music.
each concert is different per se, because we are really in a kind of live situation. Some little accidents may happen, but so far the audience is really considering this and respecting this, and we have such a warm welcome that I'm really very excited to share this experience, this new project. Quite ambitious, quite spectacular, I would say.
Will there be new music and old music?
Yeah, it's a mixture of obviously the most popular songs of my repertoire, but also some new music, because I like the idea of also my next album, to compose my next album on the road, and to try some songs and some new music on the road, to share this with the audience, and then step by step building my next album. And I would say one more thing is actually playing the O2 in Dublin for somebody who has written Oxygen is full of sense, of meaning.
Oxygen at the O2, you get it. That's the great Jean-Michel Jarre, and he's performing in the O2 in Dublin on the 4th of October 2010. 4th of October, it's just 17 minutes past.